In this video, I'm going to go over how you can check your email for any custom email addresses you've set up. With AllProWebTools, every user gets free website hosting. This includes the ability to set up custom email addresses. I can view these by going to Settings and Email. This is where I can find a list of any email addresses I already have set up. Right now I have one email address set up, and you can see that it's not being forwarded anywhere. That means that this email address, john@example.com, has a mailbox that I need to be able to log in and check. I can either check this mailbox through my web browser, or I can set up an external mail application. To check your email in your browser, go to this panel that says Login Instructions, and click on the link that says Webmail. Here you're going to need to log in with your username, which is just the email address, and whatever password you use to set up that account. I saved my password in the password manager, so I'm going to go there and grab it real quick. And now I can go back to my webmail and paste that password in and log in. This option is going to let you start checking your inbox, sending emails immediately. To set up an external mail app, I'm going to go back to my AllProWebTools console and go to Settings and Email. These panels titled Top 3 and IMAP have all the information you need to set up an external mail app. If you plan on checking your mail on multiple devices, like your work computer and your phone, I would recommend using the IMAP settings if that option is available. If it is not, using POP3 is perfectly fine and will still let you check your emails. Before I get too far, at the bottom of this panel has specific instructions for setting up Outlook or iPhone. If you're having difficulties with either of these, I recommend checking these links. For this video, I'm going to set up my Outlook to check the mailbox I just created. Now that I have Outlook open, I'm going to go into Tools and Account Settings. Here, I can add a new email account by clicking on New. Here, I can fill in the information, and Outlook would try to set up my account automatically. Instead, I'm going to check this manually configure settings and make sure everything is set up correctly the first time. And then I'll click Next. I want to set up an IMAP account, and that's what this option is. So since I have the correct option, I'm going to click Next, and it's going to start asking me for the information for my account. I need to put in the email address, select the account type, which I want to be IMAP, and I can grab this incoming mail server by going to my AllProWebTools console and copying this information from the panel, and then pasting it into Outlook. I can do the same thing for my outgoing mail server. For login information, the username should be the email that you created, and the password should be the password you created. As I stored my password in the password manager, I'm going to go there to grab it very quickly. Now I'm going to click on More Settings. One thing you will probably have to check is that the outgoing server also requires authentication. It will use the same settings as your incoming server, so just make sure you have that option selected, and then save. I'm going to hit Test Settings first to make sure everything is set up correctly. And since it passed the test, I now know that my Outlook is hooked up with my mailbox.